Yo, yo, yo. I know you guys are looking at a new face, but hearing the same voice. This is LA Icon. Welcome to the first episode of Fool Sports. For all you sporty ass fools, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people that may not know who you are, my boy.
The name's Mike Theory. That's
Shout out
it.
to the homie Mike Theory. He's uh a popular rapper at one point in his life for sure. Been on tour with Little G, with Fora, with many, many people at one point. Also, this fool is a retired veteran, a Marine. He has seen combat. We're not going to talk about his bodies because, that's part of his PTSD. He has. Let's get into combat sports news if that's cool with you because
Yeah,
that's
let's do it.
kind of the only sport that I care about personally
Yeah,
right now. What did you think about Ngannou versus Tyson Fury?
that was
Too close for comfort?
it was very close, very unexpected.
Highly
Yeah,
unexpected, my boy.
yeah. A lot of people didn't see that coming. A lot of people didn't see that. It was
It looked
he
like Fury didn't see that coming.
no, and Nagano showed patience. He stuck to his game plan, showed patience. He was
He never
waiting.
faltered from his game plan.
No, he waited for the counter. He stood in his place like he wasn't flat footed. I wouldn't say, but he wasn't moving forward a lot, and he was waiting for the overhand, the counter right, overhand left.
Is it weird that we've seen Tyson Fury, because I'm a big boxing fan, I've seen Tyson Fury plow through countless legends,
Yeah,
and Ngannou came through and put him on his pockets.
it's crazy, right?
That shit was so
Wild.
crazy. No one was in my house. My wife and kid were outside. I was like, oh shit.
Who do you give that credit to? Do you give that credit to Mike Tyson for the coaching, or do you just give credit to that?
Was Mike Tyson technically his head trainer?
No,
Okay.
no, he wasn't not technically his head trainer. He would come in from time to time and coach, but Mike Tyson, like he was there in the corner, like he was not in, he was there for the walkout.
Yeah.
He was in his ear. Mike Tyson, he brought in Mike Tyson mainly because he's always been the smaller fighter in the heavyweight division, right? So Nagano's not a small dude, but in this fight, he's a smaller fighter.
Yes.
He's shorter. Fury had the reach on him, so he brought in Mike Tyson to try to kind of counteract that reach, how to get into the pocket, how to get out of the pocket fast. That was mainly, and you can kind of see that game plan. That was the game plan.
I don't know if Francis Ngannou is going to be a real issue for every heavyweight, but it looks like Fury did not take this fight seriously. Is that safe to assume? Or who knows?
It's hard to say because Nagano's that good. Like his last fight in the UFC, he's not known as a wrestler, but he went up against one of the best heavyweight strikers that UFC has to offer
Yes.
at that moment, and he wrestled him. He had a torn MCL or torn meniscus in his knee.
Still did work.
Yeah, and he ran out there and he wrestled. So they like one of the big highlights after that fight was like, oh, Nagano's not a wrestler, so he wrestled. He's not a boxer. He's showing you he can box. He can show you he can MMA. He can wrestle in MMA. So it's like, who out there is gonna give him any competition? The only one, maybe John Jones, maybe,
Maybe.
maybe. But now you can really say this guy, he's a bad dude.
Let me ask you this. Did Francis get robbed?
Personal opinion, yeah, I thought
I thought he won
I thought he won, but also,
just by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
yeah,
It could have been a draw. I would have been cool with a draw.
I would have been a cool with a draw. Of course, they're gonna be people out there saying he got robbed anyways, even if it was a draw. But I would have been fine with the draw because giving him the L is kind of like taking away from what he did. But also, maybe we have to go back and watch that fight again because you're
Yeah,
so
we were all lost in the
you're so
sauce.
caught up in like, damn, like look what he's doing. He's making Fury like think about
What the hell's happening? When it
yeah,
should have been clockwork.
yeah, and then he catches him.
What do you think about Wilder versus Ngannou and the PFL saying they're ultra down to sponsor that, not sponsor it, but
The,
be the host of that fight?
that's gonna that fight that fight's gonna make money because right now there's nobody in the PFL because Francis Ngannou he signed with the PFL now. He left the UFC and he signed a contract with the PFL and the PFL let him go fight Fury. So there's nobody. They have no heavyweights in the PFL with the name. for Nagano. So like if they want to make a big fight in the heavyweight division for Nagano and
Hmm.
to bring in those pay-per-view numbers and to do something big and kind of compete with the UFC what they're doing,
Yeah.
there's nobody they don't have a name. They have to go out and get people. They just absorbed the Bellator.
Yes.
So PFL just bought Bellator. So there's like
Fire.
there's Ryan Bader out there from Bellator that he's good. They have good heavyweights, good decent names in Bellator. You kind of see, so you got to see what they're gonna do. But the biggest fight out there is a rematch will be cool, and it's gonna get a lot of attention because of what happened. But I think the biggest fight will be Ngannou versus Wilder. Two
Yeah, that'd be a crazy draw.
two power punchers that both knocked down Fury. One where did better than the other against Fury. Because even the first fight that was the draw against Wilder
Wilder.
and Fury, yeah, Wilder knocked him down. He rose like he rose
Like the
rose up
fucking Undertaker.
like Undertaker. But after that knockdown, Fury just came back and he outboxed him. He outboxed him the rest of the fight.
Nah, I feel it.
So
What do you think about do you even care about Ryan Garcia fighting Doherty?
yeah,
I mean, this is obviously a tune-up fight to get him back in the winning
yeah,
column, you know
it
what I mean?
is. I want to see him how he comes back. Like it's just because I want to see him do good. Yeah, everybody talks about him being uh like a just an Instagram fighter that all this stuff, but I want to see him do good. I want to see him fight some good competition, get back in there. I'm not hating on the kid, but it's not like a high profile fight.
What about Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis? Is that how you say it?
Yes, that should be a decent fight. I think Devin Haney's gonna take that one, just off boxing ability
Alone.
alone, and then from there, hopefully he can fight. So there's like Teofimo's out there. That's a good fight.
That's a big fight.
Yeah. So I take David Haney in that one. It's a decent fight. You kind of see that coming after his last fight against Lomachenko. You kind of see like he's gonna go up in weight. He's done with the 35 division. He's too big for that. Like it's hard for him to make weight. And you kind of see like Progress was the easiest fight out of everybody in the 40s.
Just to put it on real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, you just by looking at it, like he, that's how I see it.
Nah, I feel it.
Yeah,
I agree. What do you think about Demetrius Andrade fighting David Benavidez?
finally, like
I feel like Demetrius Andrade is like
he's the one that came into
a big
the
ass crybaby.
yeah, he's the one that came into the press conference when
Respectfully, I think he's a big ass
yeah,
crybaby.
but
Like he's a
he
hype beast.
yeah, he's known for the all you
He's a
want is
clout
payday.
chaser.
All you want is
Yes.
payday.
Yeah,
Payday.
exactly.
He's that guy. He's the one where that's who Canelo was talking about.
Do you
But
think David Benavidez is going to dominate him?
he should dominate him. He should dominate him. So we'll see. David Benavidez, he was struggling a little bit against oh boy, the one that slapped Charlo. Can't forget his name.
Plant.
Plant was winning the beginning of that fight.
Facts.
He just, Benavidez is just too big and kind of wore on him. He got tired. Uh, so we'll see. Like he should win that fight. If he wants the Canelo fight, he has to win. He has to go out there and put it on. He put it on him, knock him out because he didn't knock out Plant. So if he wants that Canelo fight, he got to go out there and prove it because Canelo can do whatever he wants. All these people saying he's ducking Benavidez. Canelo, he's the king right now.
Facts.
He don't got to do nothing.
Reigning. What do you think about well, not so much what do you think, but in other news, Andy Ruiz went through some back surgery, which is setting back the fight that he had coming up. You know what I'm saying? So that set him back a little bit. What do you think the future holds for Andy Ruiz?
He just needs to fight. After once he gets healed up, he just needs to fight because the there's nobody fighting. So if right now, like we waited forever for the Usyk and Fury fight, they finally signed the contract. Anthony Joshua hasn't fought. Wilder hasn't fought. Like nobody's like nobody's
No
fighting
one's
each
fucking
other.
fighting.
So if he wants to like still be in the mix and I hope he does. I want to see him do good. Like he need like rest up, get right, and just take a fight. But I like take a fight and go out there and put it on these people and give somebody to like, hey, remember who I am. Like I'm here. I'm the first Mexican heavyweight champion. Like I'm still here.
Facts.
Like you're trying to get these. I know you're trying to get the big fights and you want the
The
you want
bread.
you want the bread. You want the high profile fights because you're trying to get those belts back. But if these fools are not fighting each other, like nobody, everybody's trying to.
Everyone's just stalling out.
Yeah, you need rest up and get out there and just fight and put it on somebody. That's
Facts. Let's move on to baseball, brother. The
yes,
World Series just concluded. What do you
yes.
think about the Texas Rangers taking it all?
I was hoping they win because I'm a biased Dodger fan, you know,
Facts.
and the way D-backs did our Dodgers,
Nasty business.
nasty, yeah, heartbreaking. So I was um, rooting for the Rangers. Also, former Dodgers on there, Corey Seager.
Corey
So
Seager.
so
MVP, right?
MVP 2 times. So
Nasty.
only 4 players in MLB history have won the World Series MVP 2 times. Now Corey Seager is on there. So happy for the kid, but also like, damn, we let him go. We
I
let him
feel that.
we let him go.
I feel that.
Pay him his bread.
What do you think the Dodgers went wrong?
How to It's hard to say because you can blame it on like different things. It's just like I think it was also the D backs. Like everything they did was just
Critical.
like it just went their way. Like they were just on point. Like they had it in them. They wanted it. Dodgers, you got Mookie Betts. He had no hits in the 4 games. 0 hits. Mookie Betts,
Zero hit.
0 hits.
Horrible.
Freddie Freeman had 1 hit. Like our stars didn't show up. But you have the original, the core. You had Kike Hernandez. Last game of the series, 2 for 3. He has Chris Taylor out there. Max Muncy hit a home run. Like those guys, they're not putting up Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman numbers. But when it comes to postseason, proven, tried, clutch. So we just didn't show up. That's simple as that. You got, and then you have the Diamondbacks. Forget his name, but hits a home run. They bring it back. Oh, that's foul. The very next pitch, center field home run. Like that. Like you don't see that all the time. Where they're just clicking.
No, it makes sense. What what do you think about Corey Seager getting the MVP?
It's dope and it's sad. It's dope and it's sad because like he could like we could have had him. Like we could have paid him more money. We could have kept him on our team. But but it's good. Like he's out there, he's doing good. He's playing fucking amazing baseball.
Yeah,
He's just he's that dude right now.
I feel it. Let's move on to basketball news, but before we go to the NBA, let's tip our hat real quick and say rest in peace to the legend Bobby Knight. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Bobby Knight, man. Legendary ass, sick ass fool, sick ass down ass white fool.
Yeah.
What are some memories you got of Bobby Knight?
It him it's to think about it how it is like you got one of the best basketball coaches now, which is college basketball coaches within Coach K.
Yes,
And if you think about Coach K, you think about him coaching the Olympic team, him coaching all these seasons in college, and to think about how that Bob Knight used to be his coach. That's just it's just so when you think about like what is the word I'm looking for? Like lineage, like is that the right word?
yes,
Yeah. So when you think about stuff like that, you think that's one that's like undeniably great, right? Like you come from that lineage. That
I feel it. I always remember this fool snapping. This
oh
fool's a known snapper.
known, yeah. So him and Coach K, like, they supposedly they never really got along. Like he would
During
no,
their
even after, yeah, even after, like
even more so after because now
yeah,
he's not attached to his ass.
yeah, and there's like people say that Bob Knight used to always like belittle Coach K and stuff, but he comes from
That cloth, yeah.
hard nosed fucking coaching.
I feel it. I feel it. All right, but to the NBA news, what about the Clippers getting a star?
The star, yeah. Harden and Westbrook back together for the third time.
Fire.
Yeah,
Are they gonna do anything together?
third time's a charm. Is that what they're trying to do? Third time's a charm?
Should I start going to Clippers games?
No. We'll see. I don't know. Do the Clippers still have the curse? Like, is
You got tickets to the Clippers game, right?
no, no.
Oh, that was fucking Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
So I know we'll see. The Lakers and Clippers they played last night on was it so Wednesday night. He, Harden didn't suit up yet, so I guess they go on a 4 game break, and then when they come back from that break, I guess Harden's gonna we'll see he suits up, but he hasn't
Is
played.
Harden even a factor anymore?
He's still good, like he's still like he's not Houston Rockets like Harden where he's scoring 40,
Who's the
50.
best player in the NBA right now?
Best player in the NBA right now. Most people will say Kevin Durant, but you got young gunners coming out. Jason Tatum's a beast, even though he's a Celtic. AD's always still good. He just got to stay healthy. Steph Curry's still an animal. LeBron at 38 years old, he played 40 something minutes on
Damn.
Wednesday and he scored 38 I want to say 38 points
That's righteous.
at like 30 something points
That's still great.
and he went overtime. So who else is good out there?
Talk to me about this fool.
Jokic is a beast.
Talk to me about this fool Victor Wembley with the Spurs smashing out the Suns.
It wasn't really smashing out. It was very close. You got to watch the highlight because how they ended that game is
Hot,
insane.
like vicious.
It's insane. Yeah. So shoot the ball, brick down to the last seconds. Wembley runs down, grabs the ball, dunks it. Right now they're down by 1 point. Uh, Inbound to KD. Uh, KD's in the corner. I forget his name. He runs behind AD, grabs the ball, snatches it out of his hands, and AD's already complaining. Like KD's like looking at the ref. This guy runs, dunks it. Boom. They call timeout. They're up by 1 point. That's game. I don't know if I explained it right, but that clip is it's
Fire.
yeah, it's like it's wild because it's like happens so fast.
For sure on ESPN,
Oh, for sure.
Sports Center.
Yeah, and Wembley living up to the hype. Rookie. Also, they trying to compare him to Tim Duncan, David Robinson. He's the next big man from the Spurs. So we'll see. So far, he's balling out.
I feel it. I respect it. What about your favorite team, the Celtics, being highly undefeated right now?
They look good. They're overpowering everybody right now. They look really good. So we'll see. They were good last year too, but I think the Heat took them out last year. So season's still young. They're 4-0 right now. 4-0 right now, but they look really good.
I feel it. Any predictions for this week as far as any of the games?
Just overall,
Yeah, just
uh,
overall.
I'm looking. Well, if we go into football real quick, I'm looking at the Raiders over the Giants. I'm hoping they come out really good because of what's going on.
And you're not a Raiders fan?
Oh no, but it's just
Raiders over the Giants, all right.
yeah, Raiders over the Giants. I think Patriots over the Commanders.
So those are some picks that you got for the NFL. Seems fire. Raiders over the Giants and what you
Patriot
call it over the
Patriots over
Commanders.
Commanders.
Damn, the Patriots over the Commanders. Sounds like a civil war, G. And that's what it is. So we'll see. We'll see if your picks are right. Also, in crazy ass hockey news, not even the NHL, but like some AAA shit. Um, Former NHL player Adam Johnson's neck was slashed by another player's hockey skate, and I'm sure you saw the clip, right?
Yes.
What do you think about that? Can I be like brutally honest?
Go ahead.
It looked like that fool was Shawn Michaels and gave that fool sweet chin music with his hockey blade.
That's what it looks like. He looks like he used to practice with Mr.
Highly
Miyagi.
coherent.
It looked Disney on Ice. Like he looked like he was skating with his leg up, and then he fell afterwards because he
Well, yeah, the impact.
yeah. So I don't know. There's we're hearing mixed reviews right now. People and they're also, but I don't know. Just by looking at it first glance, it doesn't look accident. It might not be
Does it? I mean, it doesn't necessarily
intentionally
means that he was gonna intentionally slice
slice
it,
him.
dice this fool.
Yeah,
But he definitely had his foot up in the air in
yeah.
an upward fashion.
Where in hockey do you see a guy with his leg that high?
Ever.
unless he's getting checked, right?
Yeah.
So it's not, maybe it's not intentional, like, hey, I'm trying to cut you, but it's like he was trying to do some type of damage or some his legs.
Like, why put your leg
Yeah,
up?
exactly.
Like, what is the purpose behind that?
Yeah, it's insane.
That clip was insane, and I'm glad I didn't see it all the way through to see him, the man, bleed out. But rest in
Yeah,
peace to
we don't need to see that,
Adam
but
Johnson, and condolences and strength and prayers to his family and shit.
wild.
Wild. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in to this very first episode. This is again our very first episode, so yes, it's a little bit short. I had the homie just make sure he popped up, you know what I'm saying? And he made it, and here we are. So expect more, expect co-hosts, expect quite a bit, you know what I'm saying? But Mike Theory, our local sports fool. Anything you want to leave the people with before we clock out, sporty ass fool?
No, just watch the sports.
Who's your favorite team before we clock out?
Favorite team or for what?
Favorite NBA team?
Well, I'm an LA fool, so I'm Lakers, Raiders, Dodgers.
Raiders?
Yeah, Raiders, Lakers, Dodgers, Kings. I'm an LA fool. I grew up in LA, so
That's what it is.
I'm a basic LA fool. So my teams are
LA fools.
LA fools.
Look forward to seeing you again next Friday, my boy. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. We out.
These